Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. About a week or so ago, someone responded to one of my older videos about never pay credit collectors again. And the person responded by saying, don't listen to this guy, i.e. me, because he's going to cause you to get in trouble. He didn't know what he was talking about. I have an issue with people who watch your material on the surface. They don't look at the context by which you present your video. They don't watch all of the video so that they understand fully what it is that you're saying and what your point is. And this was one of those individuals. And another person made the statement that just pay your damn bills. You know, stop trying to avoid paying or stop trying to avoid paying your bills. I never advocated that in my video at all. Here is what I said. But before I say here's what I said and go on with that, let me say this. There's not one video, there's not one segment of any video that you will ever find on YouTube or anywhere else on the internet where I'm advocating not paying bills. As a matter of fact, I encourage people to pay their bills. I pay my bills. I have to pay overhead at my business and so forth. I have no problem paying bills. This is what I said. I can't say it verbatim because I don't have my video in front of me. But what I said was this. There are individuals, us in the public, citizens, who maybe when we were younger or even in our middle age were running on some financial hard times and so forth. And we got behind in between jobs, losing jobs, unemployed or whatever, and we may have racked up some bills. All I said was after a period of time when years have passed and the statute of limitations for your state, 7 years, 6 years, 8 years, whatever it might be, you no longer have to pay that bill. I'm not saying don't pay your bills. I'm saying you don't have to pay that bill according to the statute of limitations, which was put in place for that reason. And 9 times out of 10, your bill doesn't exist anymore. It was written off by the company that you owed. How complicated is that? It was written off. So the company wanted to make money by these creditors or these credit collection agencies coming in, and they sold your debt. It was no longer a bill that you owed. They turned you over to their credit department in their own company, and you didn't respond to the notices because you were going through financial hardship at the time. And as the years passed by, as I said, they just said, fine, we can't keep carrying this person's debt on our books, so we'll sell the debt so we can make something off of it. Remember this, most companies, most corporations have insurance. So your bill is already clear after that period of time. Now, these credit collection agencies come along and they say, what do you have for us? And we say, we have about 50 or 60 cases that has been closed. Okay, we just wrote them off. You can buy them for pennies on the dollar. So these credit card, or not credit card, but these credit collection agencies come in and they buy your debt from your old creditor for pennies on the dollar. And they try to collect the full amount because they don't know that your debt has been settled by their company already or written off. You follow me so far? So if my debt was written off by a hospital, let's say I owed $5,000 and the hospital said, well, he hasn't paid in 7 or 8 years. Let's write it off. But we still have him in this file of delinquent bills. So this credit collection agency come along and they sell that $5,000 debt to them for $50. But the credit collection agency comes along and tries to find out my last address, my last phone number. They try to contact me and make me try to pay them the whole $5,000. Those are criminals. You follow? They're criminals. So they don't think that Reginald knows that the debt was settled already. So after the 7 or 8 years, Reginald might be gainfully employed again, but I don't owe that old amount anymore because it no longer exists. It's just on paper as something that was discharged, so to speak. And this credit collection agency comes along, which are criminals, and they harass you on the phone. They send you threatening letters. They call you on your job, trying to get you to pay. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. If you pay them anything towards what is no longer your debt, towards a debt that was already canceled and or closed, if you pay them anything, you do owe them the whole amount. It's in the law. But if you know the law and you know what I'm saying to you, after that statute of limitation is passed and you don't owe that bill anymore, you don't have to pay them anything. They're just some third or fourth party trying to collect money from you illegitimately. That's it, and that's all. Now, I could take some time and sit here with you and go a little bit further, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hope that I'm going to hope that you understand already. But if you have any questions, I apologize for the phone as well. But if you have any questions concerning this subject, please do me a favor and yourself a favor and leave your questions or your concerns in the comment section below, and I will respond to you. I don't want to beat a dead horse and drag this out any longer than it has to be, but this individual kind of rubbed me the wrong way, trying to say that I was encouraging people not to pay bills, and that's not true. And those of you that know me, you know it's not true. It would never happen. Not with me. Maybe somebody else. All I'm saying again in my conclusion, if you owe a debt, with the exception of child support and school loans, if you owe any other debt to a hospital, to a mortgage company, or whoever, and there's a statute of limitations in your state that says once you've reached that point or that year, you don't owe that debt anymore, because by law they can write that debt off and it no longer exists. The average person doesn't know this, but I know it. There are other people that know this, but I know it, and I'm telling you. Now, don't go putting yourself in harm's way and not paying your bills. Make sure that you understand your own specific state's statute of limitations, and then you go from there. I'm not encouraging you not to pay your bills. Pay your bills. Please pay your bills. All right? This is Brother Teacher. I'm out.